Morning, guys. Oh, I've left the towels out. Bit of crazy weather today. I don't know what's going on. All the boys' toys getting wet. So yeah, there you go. What's that? 18, 17 degrees. And really, it's been raining all night too, on and off. Beautiful. Anyway, for today, even though I've just covered the barbie and the smoker up, I'm going to go down to like a mess in here too, so that's the first thing I've got to clean up. I re-brick paved the other day, it's all falling in nicely, that's good. Yeah, so I'm going to go down to just over here, only a couple k's away, I think like a 3-minute drive. Bit of an independent grocer. This shouldn't be getting wet either. This one stopped working as well. This solar light's probably buggered now, just got wet. Oh well, another one bites the dust. I was leaving it there to dry out, and that didn't turn out too good. I'll leave it there to dry out now. So yeah, start again. Cool supermarket down the road there. These boys, I got distracted again. Dex, you got fresh water inside with ice in it and everything, and you stop it. Come on, mate, you're gonna get sick. What are you doing? Don't drink that. Beautiful house. That probably tastes pretty good, that water. So yeah, take 5. Place called Farmer Jack's just down the road. Independent grocer. I don't know where he gets his meat from, but it's A1, really good. I've been to butchers around the corner, wholesale butchers that own their own land, that they grow their own cows and everything on. And this guy comes up number 1 all the time. The butchers aren't bad, but they're hit and miss with stock, what they've got. This guy's got pretty much every cut of meat all the time, and it's really, really good. Better than some of the butchers. So yeah, I'm gonna just head down there pretty soon, go and see what they got. And what I'm going to do is a bit of an experiment, because I've got that sous vide machine. So what I want to do is get two steaks, pretty much identical, whatever, doesn't matter. And I'm going to cook one today. I'm going to sous vide it for 2 hours, so I want to eat it around 12 o'clock. So so that means 10 o'clock in the sous vide machine, and then I'm going to sear it on the grill over there on the barbie, nice and hot, just for 30 seconds aside, if that. So yeah, so that's going to be the first thing. But what I want to do first is put it on the smoker for about half an hour, just on the smoke setting, just to get a bit of flavours and stuff into it. So I want to do that probably at 9:30. Let's say 9:30 on the smoker, and then I want to bring it inside. It's going to be fairly dry because it's been in the smoker, but it's going to have some nice flavour in it, and it's going to have the rub that I normally put on it. And then I'm going to vacuum bag it with a little bit of oil in it, because that's what they reckon you do. So you vacuum bag it with a bit of oil, goes in the sous vide machine for 2 hours, so half an hour there, 9:30 to 10 to 12 in the sous vide machine, 2 hours, and then 30 seconds or so aside on this monster here to really brown it up really nice. So I don't think I've seen anyone do that on I've seen people do reverse sear, so you sear it and then vacuum bag it, sous vide it, and then brown it up again, but I've never seen anyone go smoker, sous vide, barbecue. So that's going to be a cool experiment. We'll give that a shot and see how that comes out. Look, so I'm going to go to the shop. I might do a bit of filming on my phone just so you can see the range of meat that he has down there. But he's open now, so I'm going to head down there and go and see what he's got. So we'll see you down at the shops. I forgot to mention that I said I was going to buy 2 steaks. So one of them I'm going to cook today. I think that's what I said. Do all that smoking, sous vide, and then finish it off on the barbecue. And then the other one, I'm going to vacuum seal it and then whack it in the fridge for 50 days or 30 days. I might do 30 days and see if there's much difference. But they're all talking about this dry age, wet age and water aged steaks now.
So I thought I'd give it a shot. I was going to try dry age, but you need a fair bit of gear to do it properly and safely, because the meat is just literally sitting in your fridge. You need a special bag that lets moisture out but not germs and moisture in to spoil the meat. And I'm not too keen on buying another fridge just to try it, and I don't really want to do it in my fridge and smell the fridge out if it smells. So I don't want to do that. So that was out of the questions. And then I saw water aging, which is what they do. I think he was in Korea, the guy. So they put it in like a fish tank of water, and the water's at about 4 degrees, anywhere between 0 and 4 degrees, and leave it there for 50 days, and vacuum sealed in the water. So yep, I was like, no, I'm not doing that either, because how am I going to make 4-degree water? Can't do that. And then they did a comparison between dry age, wet age, and water aged, and they reckon the water age has a bit of a funny taste to it. The guys that I watched, they reckon it was a bit sour or something like that, like the meat was almost spoiling, but not quite. But they reckon it did complement it a little bit, but you could just have this flavour there. They reckon the best one was wet aged, which is vacuum sealed and just leave it in the fridge for, I think they only did 30 days. One of the videos I watched, they did 50, so I was going to try 30 just to try it out. But yeah, so give that a shot. They reckon there's enzymes in the meat that start breaking down the fat that's in the meat after like 10 days, 15 days. So if you leave it for 30 or 50, I suppose 50 would be better. I'm not sure, but that seems like a long time to wait for a steak. You'd have to constantly have one in there and pull one out when you're ready to have a steak. So I think 30 days is a bit more manageable, so I might try that. We're already here. I told you it wasn't that far, so just find a nice spot to park. So yeah, that was the second steak was going to be. No, I'm not going to put any rub or anything. That'll happen after the 30 days. I'll just put it in just empty. I might rinse it because I don't want to leave too much blood on it, so I might rinse it off, dry it off, put it in the vacuum bag, and then leave it in the fridge up the back there somewhere for a month. So there we go. Let's go and see what steaks I got. Alright, I don't know why that's gone dark all of a sudden. What's happened there? Oh, good. Yeah, so got thick cut Scotch fillet, 2 of them. Just got a ding sausage to snack on for the week, and we're good to go. And while I was in there, I just got a message from the couriers that the exercise bike is coming today. It was meant to come yesterday, but didn't rock up, so yeah, lucky. It's good now, it's coming today, because I don't want to miss it, so it's actually worked out quite well. I don't want to miss it, because if they don't leave it, I'm going to have to go and pick it up from somewhere, and I doubt it's going to fit in my car. I'd probably have to unbox it at the place and put the individual parts in my car, but that's okay. So we should. I'm only 3 minutes from home, so they're not coming right now, but they're coming today, and I'm home for the rest of the day now, so that works out well. He had some good meat there. I did a little bit of a video. He had some other nice porterhouses, but these were thick cut ones, so I got these ones. But the other ones actually looked a bit more redder and a bit fresher, but I don't think that's a big deal anyway. That colour, I think that colour is almost like an artificial colour. I think it's got something to do with the oxygen, the meat oxidising or something like that. It's a bit of a crap time to be coming here because very busy. But anyway, there's no point videoing this journey back from home for another 2 minutes. I'll catch you back at home when I'll get the meat all prepared. Okay, just washed my hands.
I might do the one that's going to go in the fridge first. I'm not going to wet it. I was going to wash it, but I think just pat it dry will do. Don't want too much moisture going in the bag, that's all. That'll do. So I'm not going to put any seasoning or anything on this one. This is just going to get vacuum sealed and that's it. So this is just a generic, nothing special vacuum sealing machine. What I will do though is manual seal. So manual seal is just on a roll, so you've got to close it. Obviously that'll be the bottom now. I think they did it. Yep. And then what I'll do is I'll just pull it forward a little bit, bugger all, and go manual seal, and I'll do it again. Did it do it? Oh, there it goes. So I think this will pop up. Yeah, see, that's blue. Can you see that? Oh, I can't even see it. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'll do it again. So that goes blue. Oh, it probably knows. No, won't let me do it twice. But I have done it twice anyway. So that's got him through there. And then just estimate how much you need. Probably that would be enough. And go like that. And then just to be fancy, do that. That way you don't get any blood on the outside of the bag. Not, this is pretty dry now anyway. Put that in the middle. Like that. So you need a bit of room, you can't make them too tight. And then, so this is your heat sealing strip, which is that bit, it's still a bit warm, but that's your heat sealing strip. And this is the chamber where it sucks everything out, that's the hose there. So you want the end of the bag in that chamber, like that. And then the heat sealing strip is going to go through there. And you can make it so I want probably moist food and normal and vacuum and seal. And that should really pull it down. If you keep it on dry, it'll only suck so much out because it doesn't want to crush you. Like if you try it like cereal, it'll crush the cereal. So you put it on dry so that it doesn't crush it too much. So you see it's blue there, so that's still sealing, melting the plastic. There it goes. And then just for good measure, I'll pull it forward a bit and manual seal. Okay, so it's doesn't want to do it, I think because it's hot. So we'll just leave it for a bit. Yeah, it's not that hot. Probably just wants a break, but I'll do it even on top of the original seal. Let's see if that works. There it goes, manual seal. There we go, so you got a really nice thick 100%, you know you've got it sealed, kind of seal. That's probably what I'll do on the bottom actually, is just instead of doing two, you can tell they haven't failed. Sometimes you get, sometimes you'll get a crease, and if you don't, that's why I was making sure this was nice and pulled out, because if you get a crease that runs through, sometimes the heat is not enough to go through that crease and you'll get a leak. So that's all that is. So I'll just write, what's the date today? 29th. So obviously you don't want to write it here in case the ink goes through. So 29th of the 11th, There's no need to put the year because it definitely won't be in the fridge that long. That's it. Just leave that in the fridge, and she's good to go. So now today's steak, a bit different. Same thing though, just dry it up. And then all I do, you can use whatever rub. I use that one, the white rub. Sometimes I use I've also got these ones. Magic Dust is really good. That goes really good on chicken. Same with that one. These two are very similar. I don't really, it's hard to tell the difference. Same brand. I reckon they're almost the same rub. You can probably tell by the ingredients actually. So white sugar. So that's got a bit more sugar in it. Well, that doesn't have any sugar, so that's the only difference. But this is just like a salt, pepper, garlic. What else is in it? Salt, sugar, pepper, dehydrated garlic, flavour enhancer, vegetable oil, and flavour milk. I don't know what that is, but yeah, this is a nice one, nice simple one. So load it on. Get the edges. That's it. Don't need too much, otherwise that's all you can taste. And it's actually, we'll put it on. I'm going to actually leave it for about. I don't want to leave it too long in the smoker because it's gonna cook in the smoker. So yeah, we won't leave it too long. So I'll probably just leave this out for a bit. And then, because it's only 8:45, so at about 9:30, I'll put it in the smoker because I only want it in there for half an hour, and then it'll go. I'll get the sous vide machine ready in the meantime, anyway. Right, so close enough to 9:30 now. I'll unwrap this. That's going to go on there, and then. Just went out in the shed and cut a hole. So the sous vide machine's got something to stick through, that's it there. So that's next. So we'll go and put this on the smoker and then come back in and prep all that stuff. So very easy. It's all plugged in and on, I think. So yeah, it's on there. And then I'm just going to put it on the smoke setting, which is like 90. Well, 95's there, so smoke is less than that. So that's it. I'm just going to leave it like that. I always use these cooling trays, that way you're not putting meat on, and you don't have to wash these all the time that way as well. Not going to be doing that. So it's literally done. Easy. So that'll take a few minutes. It probably won't start smoking till 9:30. What is the time? So that'll be bang on. And if it sits in the sous vide machine, yeah, it's 9:26. So yeah, if it sits in the sous vide machine for 2.5 hours, not a big deal. So I've got half an hour now to get the water up to temp, which is fine because I only want 50 degree water, which is pretty much what comes out of our tap. And that's the bag. So I've got garlic, basil, and a bit of butter. And what I'll do is try and get this bit of butter on one side of the steak, and then this bit of butter on the other side, and then I'll vacuum seal it. Give it a shot, I don't know, see what happens. More flavour's better. Yeah, so that worked out pretty good. Just use a Dremel, and there's a little bit of space because I'd say this gets hot. Or yeah, I'd say that'll get hot. So there's a little bit of space so it doesn't melt that. I haven't quite worked out, I'm no sous vide expert, that's for sure, but I haven't quite worked out how to use this thing yet. But see, it shows an error at the moment because it's not in water, and then as soon as you put it in water, she's good. Turn it on. So no, I don't want it at 75. Sorry about the, it's not doing that in real life. So yeah, I want 50. Rare steak is 52, but I want 50. So then that way when I put it on the barbecue and to sear it, it'll come up to 52. And then timer, probably want two hours. Now we're not, see it's 9:30 and I want this ready, so I'm going to do it for 2.5 hours. $9.29, let's see how good we are. And then boom, that's it I think. No, you turn it on, there we go. So the water's at 43, so the actual timer won't start until it's up to 50 degrees, which it probably will get to pretty quick. I think that's what our temperature is set to. No, that's about it. So yeah, it'll lift the temperature up to 50 and then the timer will start. There is a way to use it without the timer, you do your own timer, but I'm not sure how to do it. It's only got 2 buttons and this little dial wheel, so yeah, but that's okay. It's 47 degrees. That's okay for overruns. I just know that at 10 o'clock it's coming out. At 12 o'clock it's coming out. It's going to go in here at 10 and out at 12. I don't really care what the timer is. It's just if the timer runs out, it'll turn off. So I want it to overrun with the timer. So that's all good. So we've got the lid. That way it keeps a bit of the condensation in. Keeps a bit of the heat in. I don't know. It's probably going to lose a bit of heat. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to insulate this just for. It's probably not going to use a lot of power, but it would be better if it was insulated. Wouldn't be hard to do. You just make a box out of MDF and then fill it with the foam, and yeah, just up to here, just below the lid. The only thing is it's more bulk and not really worth it. And I'd have to make 2 because I've got 2 of these. I've got a bigger one as well if you're going to do a heap of steaks. But this is just an experiment for me. I'm going to see how it comes out, and then. So this one's the fresh steak. I'm going to do exactly the same. So with that one that's in the fridge, at a month. So that'll be just over after Christmas, before New Year's kind of thing. There we go. It's at 50 degrees already, and the timer started. So it's 9:31. So perfect. It's the buzzer's going to go off just after 10 o'clock. So that's bang on. Yeah. So I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going to rip that out of the fridge in a month's time. I'm going to season it. I'm going to smoke it like what I'm doing now, put it in the bag, sous vide it for 2 hours, whatever it is, and then do that. And I'm going to see if there's any difference between doing a fresh one and doing one that's been in the fridge for 30 days. So yeah, that'll be a good experiment. And then if we ever have people over, I'm going to kind of pre-plan it or just keep some steaks in the fridge, and when it comes up to that 30-day mark, I'll kind of ask people if they want to come around and try it, and that'll be good. I don't mind cooking for people steaks and stuff like that. So yeah, it'll work out well. So I'll see you back in probably half an hour. We'll go and check the smoker. the exercise bike is still not here, so got a bit of time up my sleeve. That should be smoking at the moment. I can smell it. Yeah, it's not smoking. Oh, a little bit, but yeah, not a lot. But that's okay. We don't want it to smoke too much. Plus, I don't want it to get too hot. I want it to do most of its cooking in the sous vide. This is just for flavour. So breathe it out a bit. It may go in the smoker. Sorry, it may go in the sous vide a bit quicker than the half an hour. I'm not sure yet. But I will. I'll switch it back on anyway. I just got to see how much it's cooking, because like I said, I don't want it to overcook in the smoker. I want it to do everything in here if I can. So because that smoker will run, yeah, it'll run about 80 degrees on the smoke setting, 85. So which is a bit too hot, but it's only for the first half hour just to get a bit of flavour in. But yeah, if it's 15 minutes and it's starting to go brown and starting to contract a bit, then I'm going to take it out and put it in here, and so be it. It's only got 15 minutes of smoke, but yeah, we'll see how we go. But yeah, I'll switch it back on when the meat's going in there. Okay, close enough. It's 9:55. I don't want it to get too hot, so let's have a look. I think that's, yeah, it's still wet and a bit cold, so that's good. So I'll just turn that off. Bring this in. It's a little bit hot. That's not too bad. Tough hands. That's like 80 degrees, I think it was. Okay. And I've wrapped that up, just keep a bit of heat in. So just for argument's sake, so we're at 29 degrees it was, internal, and that wasn't out of the fridge. That hasn't been in the fridge since I bought it. So it was sitting out in the counter here for about half an hour, so that's all good. Alright, so we'll try and get this in. Oh, that's nice and soft, that. It's going to get messy because this butter's melted. That's okay, there we go. Okay. Just seal this up. And butter on both sides, oil all over. So when I squeeze it now in here, I think the oil's just going to go all over the place. Should coat it. That's better. That's good. Yeah, that's oh, look at that. Bang on. So that's still sealing now. When that blue light goes out, then we'll lift it. We won't move it. There it goes. And then just open it without moving it. Let it cool down. And then I'm just going to seal it again to make sure. And then they reckon you should. It's a bit hard with this one because this is vacuum sealed and that's vacuum sealed, so you can't really put both edges out of the water. Some people clip it to the edge so that, you know, if this seal is not perfect, the water won't go in. But it could be this seal that's not perfect, and then that's under the water. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. It shouldn't leak doing it this double method, because that's the last thing you want is water going in. Okay, that's done. That was a bit quicker that time. But yeah, you can see that there's no way that's going to leak. That's fully melted plastic, and I did a double seal on the thing here as well, on the bottom. Okay, so now let's chuck this in. Haha, look at the timer. Timer is 2 hours and 4 minutes. So that's perfect. And we'll just put this in like that. Perfect. And I don't know if you can see it, but that's it. So all that butter's going to melt, all the fat's going to start to cook, the meat's going to get to 50 degrees. Absolutely spot on, and it's got plenty of water flow. It's kind of finds its own spot and just sits there. So that's it, lid back on. Nice, we've got a bit of gappage around there, so yeah, that is pretty, it's warm, but it's not warm enough to melt plastic. It's actually touching it back here, and so that's fine, that's okay. But just to keep the condensation in, that's the main thing. Keep a bit of heat in. I suppose a lot of heat would escape through that normally. So yeah, and then a little bit through the sides there, that's all nice and warm, so better than nothing, so all good. So we got 2 hours, 2 hours, 3 minutes. I'm just going to let it go till the timer goes off and reminds me about it, and we'll just leave it at 50. Rare steak is 52, I just looked it up. 2 degrees difference, not going to make much of a difference. I don't mind it rare, but I'm hoping that extra 2 degrees is going to come from the barbecue when we chuck it on the barbie and sear it really, really hot. So that can go away, we're finished with that. I'll come and check on that a bit later, but next time you'll see me is in 2 hours, 2 minutes time, and we'll have the barbie already hot, and it's going to go from there straight to the barbecue. Okay, I'm getting hungry. 18 minutes to go. I'm just going to take it out because that's been well over an hour, or it's been almost 2 hours. Hour and 40 minutes. So I'm going to take it out. I'm going to cut the bag open, let it rest. Just give it 5 minutes just to cool off a little bit. That way it doesn't overcook when I put it on the barbecue. So we'll see how we go. We're going to have to pat it dry, so just get this ready so I'm not digging through stuff later on. And then I'm going to do it on the barbecue, sear it, and then I've got some nice thick alfoil here. Wrap it in that and let it rest in the esky for 10 minutes. So I should still be eating for around 12ish, so that's okay. Just get everything ready. It doesn't look the best when it comes out of this. And the bag never opened, nothing's leaked. The vacuum seal, I noticed, goes a little bit. It must be because this shrinks, so it's not as tight as what it used to be. But there's definitely no leakage. No, nothing. The water's still clear, so nothing's leaked out in that. And that's it. The exercise bike still hasn't come yet, so I bet you that's going to rock up right when I'm in the thick of it here. But I can hear some. Nah, kids on scooters. All right, so yeah, just you might even just leave it in the bag. That way I don't have to dirty this board. I've already got a bit of juices on it. That's all right. Might cool down a little bit quicker. We'll throw that out later. And just for experimentation, pretty much spot on. It's just rising still, but yeah, 49.7, 49.8. If I leave it in there long enough, it'll go to 50 degrees. So that's really good. That. So we will dry her up. Probably be careful because you don't want to take the seasoning off. So I'll just leave it like that to, no, it's probably going to keep the heat in, that's okay. Yeah. Anyway, that can go on the barbie soon, so. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. Just letting it cool off a bit. The barbie's up to 200. I've only got the grates going. I'm just going to cook it, I feel like a grilled kind of thing, so we'll just leave that. Go and get my plate. And pretty much it's cooked. but we just want to get some colour in the top, on the skin, on the outsides. So yeah, that's all we need to do. And by letting it cool off means you're not going to overcook it at this stage. I'll leave the video going so you can see real time what's going on. I probably could have let it heat up a little bit more. These tongs are buggered. Oh well, this will be their last meal. Just watching some videos, and one lady actually covered the meat straight out of the sous vide and put it in the fridge for 10 minutes in the fridge to really cool it off, and then you can bring it back and sear it big time. But no, I'm not going to do that. I might chuck it here for a bit just to really get it going. But anyway, that's enough for sure. See what she's like inside. Nah, it's not going to do much. I'll just give it another 5 seconds, 10 seconds on each side here. Oh, my plate. Okay, that's enough. They're going to go in the bin. So, that's looking good. Nice little grill marks. Get out of. Yeah, looks good. So wrap her up. No, actually, let's check the inside. $50, 51.5. Spot on. That's going to be nice and red. And it may go up to 52 a little bit in here. We'll see what happens. But anyway, leave that in the esky. It is 11:57, so we're going to come back at, see how long I can hold out. I'll see if I can hold out till about, look, I'll give it 10 minutes. That's all it's going to need. Yeah, that's fine. It's been cooked so slowly. It's just that last little bit, just let the muscle relax a little bit. So yeah, I'll give it 10 minutes and we'll get back just after 12. Okay, so that looks really funny and sus, but it's instant mashed potatoes. While it's 12:01, so I got 5 minutes. I hadn't made anything else, so the only reason I'm doing it in a butter container, there was enough butter in here, but I couldn't scrape it out, so I thought I'd just make it in here rather than dirty another bowl. So instant mashies. I'm only making a tiny bit. I don't want too many because that steak's pretty big. And then I go oil, fair bit of oil. Just some nice olive oil. So it's got a bit of butter, olive oil, instant mashies. And then the secret ingredient, I don't add any salt or anything, and I don't add milk. I just crack an egg in once it's once I put the boiling water in, get it to the right consistency, and then crack an egg, and it comes out really creamy. So I think we're gonna pull this steak pretty soon because I don't want my mashies getting cold. Get that ready, get the bin ready. Water's almost done. Yeah, not a lot. Oh, there we go. One egg is probably going to be too much, but whoa. Let's see. I normally make a lot more than this. It should cook. Oh yeah, there it goes. I don't know if that's turned out alright. Yeah, it's definitely hot enough. Yeah, might need some more powder. That's it. Definitely going to try it before I put it on my steak because that's a little bit too small amount, I think, to make properly. Oh no, that's good. Yeah, and you definitely don't need salt. There's enough salt and all of that. All good. Even when I make proper mashed potatoes from real potatoes, not this stuff. This was just something to have on the side quickly. I chuck an egg in as well. And yeah, it makes it really, really good. Very creamy. I don't add milk. I used to, but I don't drink milk anymore. And you can't use almond milk because that just ruins it. You get almond tasting mashed potatoes is not very good, trust me. Alright, let's cut this steak up, see what we got. So yeah, that's almost 10 minutes. Let's have a look here. Oh, it smells good. Just check the temperature again. See if it's gone up or down. It's actually very stable. Actually, no, it's gone up. 52.5, yeah. It's gone up a little bit, so that's cool. So that's exactly where you want it, 52 degrees. Fingers, because it's just mine. There we go. Alright, let's go and cut into it. Yeah, that looks really nice. There we go. Cut it. So that was through the middle, and then you cut it on the edge. See that? And you still got, don't know what the light is, but yeah, right on the edge, and it's just cooked perfect, absolutely perfect. In the middle, just as good. So, hope you guys are having a good lunch, but I definitely am. I've got the dogs all over me because they can smell it. And yeah, that was really nice. The little bit, that was some chunky fat that was on the outside, but the fat that it had through the middle of the meat was like butter. Unbelievable. So yeah, tip top A1, that was really good. That one I got in the fridge, that's going to be sitting there for a month. That's going to have to be pretty good because that was probably the best steak I've ever cooked. It's a bit of work. Well, it takes a long time, but you're not actually doing much. You're just, yeah, it's not much to do at all. Definitely worth putting it in the smoker beforehand. That flavour probably was about 3 or 4, maybe not 4 times, but at least twice to 3 times more flavour from the smoke than it was, just because it had time for 2 hours sitting in the sous vide. Cooked to perfection, top to bottom. No grey spots. It was just medium. I'd say that was probably medium rare. That there was no undercooked bits in that. You can see that little bit how red it is. but it's not like chewy red. It's actually cooked just spot on. So very happy with that. That's probably my method of cooking steaks. And the good thing about that is if you're cooking a lot of steaks for a lot of people, you can actually do all that before they even get here. And then as they get here, or whatever, if you want to have a few drinks beforehand, as they get here, you can put them out of the smoker and into the sous vide. And then you can let them sit there for 2 to 3 hours. It's not an exact, like in the smoker, you don't really want to go past much half an hour because it's going to start cooking them, and then you won't need the sous vide machine. But in the sous vide, I've heard from anywhere from an hour to 3.5, 4-ish hours is fine. I did a steak the day we bought that sous vide machine, and because we got it at lunchtime, I didn't have much time, and I kind of rushed it, but I did it at an hour, and this one at 2 hours was much better. Way more tender and more consistently cooked, red all the way through like that one. So yeah, 2 hours, I would say. I don't know if you're going to get much more benefit from going more than 2 hours. They reckon after 4 hours you start getting a texture change in the meat. I don't know what it is. I've never done it, but 2 hours seems to be on the money. Yeah, so like I'm saying, if you're having a few people over, it's a very unrushed dinner for the result that you get. Normally, if you're trying to cook steaks like that, you got to have everything timed perfect, all the salads and people ready to eat at a particular time. Whereas this is, you could kind of gather the troops at about the hour and a half mark, put your barbecue on, take it easy, and then at the 2 hour mark, rip them out of the water, and if you're ready, just let them sit for a bit, make people wait a little bit, and you'd be eating the best steaks you'll ever have. So number one, I was pretty impressed with that. I didn't think it was going to come that. I knew it was going to come good, but not that good. That was really good. So yeah, I've got that other one sitting in the fridge there, so we'll try that in a month, exactly the same way I'm going to do it, and we'll see how we go with that one. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you go out and buy a steak and do something like that. That was really nice. Catch you later. Have a good one.